That's the bacteria, gets it outside and lets testosterone flow like it's supposed to. Stop using scented body wash. Most of them are loaded with estrogen. They literally dating what's making you softer and smell it. Your natural soap and thank me later. Most men laugh when I say this, so they try it. You snipe it outside, the chemical behind blood flow nice. Girls make tricks. 31 years as a princess doctor. Yeah, I do vlogs. Ako my YouTube. And the blue side is for example called maybe thinking forever, but hey, this is
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
$60 for this. Also, the rate, like, typically, if you're going to go
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver.
Here we go. Right away, we've got a loose ball. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
Right to the air, it's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Completed here to Uzama. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Hurts now on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. defense reels it in. And they had that one contained right at the line. Cooper to Gene with the stop.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
A toss now to Robinson. And his gate is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Daniels from the pistol. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Daniels now. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll move the chains on that play.
From a great...
What you want me to do? What you want to do?
From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And we're off and running from Gillette. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
They'll throw first play here with Daniels. Rolling left, buying some time. And his first pass falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Daniels. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. All down that time by Jonathan Jones.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. They were Johnny on the spot.
Daniels throwing on third. He finds Brown right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the boot cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2 yards on the run, but a tough spot upcoming. We've got 3rd and 12.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Joel Bentley makes the play. And the Patriots take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. And now on 3rd down. He'll get this to Henry. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Throw left side cut by Douglas. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Thank you to Luvu there for the tackle.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Room to the right. And they'll bring him down to put an end to this opening quarter. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. All right, time to get this second quarter going. The Patriots set up inside the red zone. First down throw for May. Has it at the back of the end zone, but the throw carries him out of bounds. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Gibson here from the gun. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Trying to throw for it with May. He finds him beyond the marker. Touchdown, New England. Jimmy Sly on for the extra point. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And take this at the 10. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play fake here. Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, the secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Brought in right side by McLaurin. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. gun, Daniels. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Commanders punting on fourth down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. The Patriots have Demario Douglas ready to return. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Patriots will be backed up pretty deep to start the drive. They're out and set, first and 10. May now from the gun. He lets one fly deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball. And it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. It's the Patriots with first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
To the air on first down, May. Over to Douglas on the sideline, caught. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
From the red zone now. On the move, headed right. And this one does not go far. Offense up to the line fast. To the air yet again, May. And he brings it in for a New England touchdown. The Patriots grow their lead just before halftime. Here's Sly to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
It just feels like anytime this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
We'll have him gain up about a handful there. All down that time by Jonathan Jones. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. First time this game they've looked to him. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. Again, Daniels to the air. Brought in along the sideline, just needed official ruling, and they say catch. Great play. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He throws a bullet down the left. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Jonathan Jones makes the play.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Antonio Gibson now to return it. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number 1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. That kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. May on 1st and 10. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it at the 30. He will go! Touchdown, New England! The Patriots grow the lead coming out of halftime. Here's Sly to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots stretch their lead to 21. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Daniels from the pistol. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
A good defensive play breaks that one up. So that brings up second down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, put a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Oh, brother, it's
What kind of
another
fucking
interception.
route?
Jabril Peppers with the pick. And the Patriots get it back after making their third first-half interception.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and chewed up yardage in the open space. Would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness.
Wow, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Benjamin St. Juste picks it off. And he pays the price for the interception. Woo-hoo, big hit brings it into that return. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity to look in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Launches one deep down. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Jabril Peppers with the pick. And the Patriots take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
He beams one deep right side. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Mike Samra still makes the play. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he's gonna go. It's a pick six. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return, then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now May coming off that pick. He's looking deep once again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On the gun, it's May. He's throwing deep to the left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he's able to work this down to the 41. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. On play action, here's May. Chased out to his right. Toward the sideline, and they get to him, and he loses the football. misses out before anyone can make a recovery. They're going to have this one inside the 10. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Working inside the red zone. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders have some new life in the fourth.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense in the hurry up here. On first down, here's Daniels. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the gun, it's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be third and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down from the red zone. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. On second down, Robinson. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Commanders, 14 points back. Offense going for it here, 4th and 5. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's cut beyond the marker. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Robinson can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here he is to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kyle Tucker makes the play.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. You got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Firmly denied by the man in coverage. So second down coming up. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Looking right, and he finds him. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure Coach, your play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To the air on first down, May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. To the air yet again, May. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Commanders have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he's out of bounds. The first play gets him all the way up near the 40. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Daniels on first down. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. All right, so he stops the clock, but seconds still ran off on a gain of, gosh, only 3 or 4.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 42. That's complete. McLaurin along the sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Looking to throw it. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots at the very end, but now we...